Today, we're getting into something pretty massive in wrestling.
Yeah, something the sources are calling, like, totally unprecedented.
Exactly. It's this hyped retirement match, Gunther versus Goldberg.
A dream match, really, that nobody actually thought could happen.
Right. A real battle of eras,
Yep.
clash of dominance, you know.
Yeah.
And the sources frame it as potentially like the end of Goldberg's legacy.
The core idea is huge. One of them walks away for good.
Yeah, no titles on the line, no weird gimmicks, just one final bell. It's framed as this big generational war.
And the contrast between the two is, well, it's stark when you look at the source material.
Okay, let's break that down.
Yeah.
First, Gunther, the ring general.
Longest reigning intercontinental champion ever in WWE. But more than that, the sources paint him as this ruthless technician.
Calm,
Calculated.
unshakable, right?
Totally. He's like today's definition of unstoppable. Strategic, too, maybe more than people realize.
And then you've got Goldberg, the myth.
Just saying, the name brings back that WCW streak, doesn't it? The 173 wins.
Oh, yeah, the spear and jackhammer machine. Just pure explosive power.
But the key thing the sources highlight now is this is his declared final match. He wants to go out his way, you know, after all those comebacks.
Like a final attempt to write the perfect ending himself.
Exactly. And the stakes, according to our research, are just immense for both guys.
How so? What are the sources pointing to specifically?
Well, for Gunther, if he wins clean, especially retiring Goldberg, that puts him on another level, like all-time great status, potentially.
Cements him as the guy who ended Goldberg's career.
Precisely. But for Goldberg, it's about proving something else. Proving that even at 58, that raw intensity can still beat youth and endurance.
To ride off with his legacy, maybe even bigger than before?
That seems to be the narrative drive for him, yeah.
So, okay, we have these different motivations, the styles clash, the age gap.
Yeah.
How do the sources see the actual match playing out? Goldberg's all explosion, Gunther's methodical.
Yeah, and Gunther's younger, stronger, probably smarter in the ring at this point, right? He's in his absolute prime.
So how does that methodical approach counter the Goldberg blitz? What's the prediction?
The deep dive suggests a pretty clear pattern. Expect that initial Goldberg burst, absolutely.
The spear? Maybe a jackhammer attempt right away?
Oh, for sure. Classic Goldberg. But the sources predict Gunther weathers it. He absorbs that first onslaught, maybe even lets Goldberg burn himself out a bit.
Interesting. So survive the opening chaos, then what?
Then Gunther starts to, well, dismantle him methodically. The sources talk about targeting the chest, those brutal chops we know.
And the power bombs? Multiple
Power bombs, yeah. Just breaking down the legend piece by piece. Maybe a final big splash or something definitive.
Sounds rough. So the sources see Gunther basically taking the initial punishment and then just systematically taking Goldberg apart.
That's the consensus, yeah. A relentless, almost surgical breakdown.
And the outcome. Is there any wiggle room in the predictions, or is it pretty set? Could Goldberg pull off one last shocker?
The sources are surprisingly aligned on this. They predict a clean win for Gunther. No funny business.
Wow, okay. A clean win.
But just as important, they also predict Gunther shows respect afterwards. Like, honors Goldberg.
The symbolic passing of the torch moment.
Exactly that. Cementing Gunther as the new destroyer for this generation. It's more than just a win. It's like a coronation.
So this really isn't just another match. It feels like a genuine historical moment for wrestling, shaping legacies right there.
No question. The implications are massive. Gunther potentially solidified as the dominant force.
Versus Goldberg's legacy, which, win or lose with respect, might still endure or even grow, right?
It's fascinating. Our deep dive points one way pretty clearly, but it does leave you thinking, doesn't it?
It really does. And that brings us to our final thought for you. Who do you actually see winning this thing? And what does that victory truly mean for the future of wrestling legends and how we define them?